In Central Asia, there is a religious community made up of elderly people who do not remember their youth. The average lifespan of the elderly ranges between 400 and 500 years. The whole secret of long life of these Asian monks consists in the wise use of the three brains. Archaic traditions that have come down from the terrifying night of centuries affirm that the average human lifespan on the ancient continent of MU, located in the Pacific Ocean, ranged between 12 and 15 centuries. The revolutionary psychology of the New Age affirms that the organic machine of the intellectual animal, falsely called man, exists in three-centered or three-brained form. As the centuries passed through all ages, the wrong use of the three brains gradually shortened life. In the sunny country of Kiam, back in the ancient Egypt of the pharaohs, the average human lifespan was only 140 years. The first brain is enclosed in the cranial box. The second brain corresponds specifically to the spinal cord and its nervous branches. The third brain does not reside in a defined place, nor is it a specific organ. Actually, the third brain is made up of the sympathetic nervous plexuses and in general of all the specific nervous centers of the human organism. The balanced and harmonious functionalism of the three brains means savings in vital values and, as a logical consequence, prolongation of life. The first brain is the thinking center. The second brain is the movement center. The third brain is the emotional center. It is completely demonstrated in practice that any abuse of the thinking brain produces excessive energy expenditure. Harmonious and balanced sports are useful for the movement brain, but abuse of sport means excessive expenditure of movement energies, and the result is disaster. There are dead people from the center of the movement. Some are known as suffering from hemiplegia, paraplegia, progressive paralysis, etc. The aesthetic sense, mysticism, ecstasy, superior music are necessary to cultivate the emotional center, but the abuse of this brain produces useless wear and waste of emotional energies. Those who abuse this emotional brain are rock and roll fans, pseudo-artists of modern art, passionaries of sensuality, etc., etc. Even though it may seem incredible, death is certainly processed in thirds in each person. It has already been proven ad nauseum. Every disease has its basis in any of the three brains. The great law has wisely deposited in each of the three brains of the intellectual animal a certain capital of vital values. Saving said capital means extending life. Wasting said capital produces death. The theaters of ancient times were part of the school. Drama, comedy, tragedy, combined with special mime, music, oral teaching, etc. They served to inform the three brains of each individual. So the students did not abuse the thinking brain and knew how to use their three brains intelligently and in a balanced way. The dances of the Eleusinian mysteries in Greece, the theater in Babylon, the sculpture in Greece were always used to transmit knowledge to the disciples. For example, in a moment of supreme pain, perhaps the loss of a loved one or any other intimate catastrophe, the emotional personality reaches the point of despair, while the intellectual personality wonders why all this tragedy, and the personality of the movement only wants flee the scene. It is urgent. It is essential to know how to combine intellect, movement, and emotion with the purpose of bringing complete information to the three brains of the students. It is absurd to inform a single brain. The first brain is not the only one of cognition. We must not abuse the thinking brain of the students. These three different and often even contradictory personalities must be intelligently cultivated and instructed with special methods and systems in all institutes and universities. Subscribe and leave a comment. I'm interested to know what you think.